Oh, look at him, fellas. You crying, boy? Maybe we'll go back down to McDonald's and get you a Whamburger and some French fries. You little sissy boy!
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. The re-election of President Trump will be one of the most destructive forces in American history. Let me explain. In President Trump's short political career, he has destroyed the Bush dynasty, the Mitt Romney legacy, the John McCain legacy, the Clinton dynasty, along with the Joe Biden legacy, and Kamala Harris, whatever that is getting atomized as we speak. Donald Trump going to work on who actually Kamala Harris represents, which is the Obama dynasty. That's what's running things right now. It has run things for the last 15 years. That's the leading and ruling coalition that's facing total and complete atomization right now by President Trump. So it'll be destructive in its gloriousness, and hopefully all of that wreckage sinks to the bottom of the ocean. With such wreckage comes collateral damage, of course. Some of that collateral damage are the careers of the people that tried to support the regime that was failing. Jimmy Kimmel, I think, chiefly among them. Jimmy Kimmel has a failing show on ABC. So bad is it, in fact, that Jimmy Kimmel's show, which used to be a comedy hour where Americans could sit back and just listen to celebrities and jokes being cracked about the ruling class, has turned into an MSNBC menopausal couch therapy session. Jimmy Kimmel, however, has said that he will be quitting his program. We did it, boys. And is worried about what he's going to do next. He's worried about whether he'll have a career after his talk show ends. This is a glorious and wonderful thing to hear about. However, will Jimmy Kimmel be a free man after his show ends and there is a proper Department of Justice? This is a very interesting question. And I ask this in all honesty and earnestly. What will happen to Jimmy Kimmel given the fact that, well, he may have just broken the law in one of his recent episodes? Let's read. Calls for Jimmy Kimmel's arrest surge as DOJ warns of criminal charges for spreading false information about voting times after purposefully telling Americans to vote on the wrong day. Now, Jimmy Kimmel, who always looks like he's this close to breaking into tears, this close, you're this close to crying. Look at this guy. His glassy eyes, his sunken face, this close to having a Dawson's Creek weepy meltdown. Leftist late-night comedian Jimmy Kimmel found himself at the center of a brewing scandal. Conservatives across the nation calling for his arrest. Kimmel took to the show Wednesday night to deliver a tasteless joke in a blatant attempt to suppress Republican turnout. What did he say? Jimmy Kimmel says, "If you want to vote Trump, vote late. Vote very late," Kimmel continues. "Do your voting on Thursday or maybe Friday." Well, this is what we would call dis or misinformation. It also happens to be illegal based on the Department of Justice's new filing. Spreading false information about voting times or location is a serious offense. The Department of Justice is vigilant in prosecuting those who try to mislead voters. What would that be, Jimmy Kimmel? Let's listen.
Friday. This will be my can't vote early, vote on time. If you want to vote for Trump, vote late, vote very late. Do your voting on Thursday or maybe Friday. This will be my third time voting against Donald Trump. Fifth, if you count the 2 times he was nominated for an Emmy for a reality show host.
So, Jimmy Kimmel telling Trump voters to vote on Friday, let me just, for the protections of this channel, tell you, don't vote on Friday. Nobody's voting on Friday. Just a disclaimer here. Jimmy Kimmel is trying to misinform people or rig an election by saying that people who want to vote for President Trump should go when the polls will clearly be closed and presumably, hopefully, the election will be over. Well, that does seem in stark contrast with what the DOJ is saying is illegal and should be illegal, in my opinion. I mean, quite frankly. The DOJ posting this directly after outrage over Jimmy Kimmel breaking the law and mocking you, spitting in your face. Ladies and gentlemen, very interesting. Hopefully there'll be a full investigation into Jimmy Kimmel for this. Sounds familiar. It's because pro-Trump meme maker Douglas Mackey faced harsh punishment for posting satirical joke encouraging Hillary Clinton supporters to vote via text. His case saw federal government allege voter suppression tactics eventually leading to a prison sentence for his meme. It was recently overturned. In response to the joke, Matt Walsh didn't hold back, stating the Biden administration sent Douglas Mackey to prison for making the exact same joke. I'm dead serious when I say if Trump wins, he should have Jimmy Kimmel arrested and jailed, force these scumbags to live by their own rules. Libs of TikTok chimed in, posting Jimmy Kimmel instructs viewers that if they're voting for Trump, they should vote on Thursday or Friday. Wasn't Douglas Mackey sentenced to prison for doing the exact same thing? Will the Department of Justice investigate Jimmy Kimmel? We sure as hell hope so. Jimmy Kimmel, if you want to vote for Trump, vote very, very late. Vote on Friday. Here you go. Like, people are now responding with the Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel statement. Does Jimmy Kimmel, who did this very thing, is he above the law because he's a Democrat? That's what everyone's saying. Jimmy Kimmel told me that I can vote after the election. I'm glad he said to do so, so now I can vote on November 6th. I trust that he is a friend with Biden, Harris, and Walt, so we should all listen to Jimmy Kimmel, right? Arrest Jimmy Kimmel, is what everybody is saying. We expect Jimmy Kimmel to spend time in jail with an added fine. Are you charging Jimmy Kimmel? Or do we have a two-tiered system of justice? Douglas Mackey, of course, the man who was arrested and locked up and, had his life destroyed because of his meme about the election in 2016, says this. Charles Clymer sent this out to thousands of actual voters. Jimmy Kimmel told this joke to an audience of millions. The joke meme I sent out didn't even reach more than 100 people until BuzzFeed and Wired began to report on it. So Douglas Mackey is saying that by every measure, what Jimmy Kimmel was doing is thousands, if not millions of times worse than the meme that he made. So should Jimmy Kimmel be arrested? This is, again, what everybody is stating online. Let's go ahead and look here. How did Matt Walsh's post do? 14,000 reposts. Kimmel is as funny as a stale sandwich, says Elon Musk. Goodness gracious. Douglas Mackey. Indeed, fortunately, my case is on appeal and I have yet to spend a day in prison, but we need help on the appeal. So Matt Walsh saying, you know what? When Trump gets in, they should have a full investigation into Jimmy Kimmel. See if there was anybody influenced by Jimmy Kimmel. There are still, even though the ratings have completely collapsed, there are still millions who watch the show according to Nielsen ratings. Everybody does, I guess, know that corporate media is a joke. This is still one of my all-time favorite clips ever. Jimmy Kimmel's competitor, Stephen Colbert, had on CNN anchoress Caitlin Collins, and everybody laughed at her, but not in the way you'd think.
He's been thrown on his heels by this, and he's not really sure how to go after Vice President Harris. He knew his attack lines on President Biden. He really has struggled with how to go after someone who's 20 years younger than him, who is a different gender, a different race. It's kind of been this moment where he has not been able to coalesce around a single attack line.
I know you guys are objective over there, that you just report the news as it is. Oh, I know. CNN makes a... I know.
Was that supposed to be a laugh line?
I wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it is.
Oh, man. We won't be laughing. They won't be laughing when Jimmy Kimmel goes to prison. They won't be laughing when Jimmy Kimmel gets a federal subpoena for who wrote that joke. Who wrote this joke? Is Jimmy Kimmel allowed to do blackface? Why is Jimmy Kimmel allowed to get away with this kind of stuff? Jimmy Kimmel did a blackface and then, spoke in Ebonics, effectively, with a Karl Malone impression. In what universe, by whose standards is this okay? So if Douglas Mackey is sentenced to prison for a meme because he misinformed people about the election, then why isn't Jimmy Kimmel? Everyone's laughing, not with you, at you. Even the guests like Bill Burr, the comedian, goes on Jimmy Kimmel's show and says, you stupid liberals, you don't understand how broken the world actually is, and you're the ones who broke it because of your lawsuits against President Trump, because of your lawfare against President Trump. You're the ones who are actually fueling his rise.
A great case thing on narcissism. Liberals are so stupid the way that they handle Trump.
What do you mean?
You should shut up. He's a narcissist. Neutral energy.
Yeah.
Neutral.
You think he'd go away if
You know what I think he was? I think he was a one-hit wonder. Right? He wrote The Twist. And then that was it. He was on the casino circuit, and then you idiot liberals wrote him Twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr.
And now he's
coming back, Jimmy.
The peppermint twist is back.
He's coming back. It's going to be great for comedy. He's coming back.
You idiot liberals. Very interesting. Very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. I tend to agree with Matt Walsh here. Biden administration sent Douglas Mack to prison. I'm dead serious when I say if Trump wins, he should have Jimmy Kimmel arrested and jailed. Force these scumbags to live by their own rules. I mean, like, what would be the defense? That it was a joke? That it was a meme? Well, that's Douglas Mackey's defense. What would be the defense here exactly? I find it particularly ironic because Jimmy Kimmel has done a cringy role playing in prison with Donald Trump in a sketch. And, man, who knows? Maybe it'll be Jimmy Kimmel in the orange jumpsuit. He's already admitted that we destroyed his career and that he's losing his show and that he doesn't know what he's going to do. You know what? There's plenty of license plates to stamp in prison, pal. Here's Jimmy Kimmel live action role playing in prison.
Okay, so now let's pretend this is his first day of prison, okay? And you guys can come in the area. Hey, everybody, it's me, Donald Trump.
You're gonna roll with me. I got the knife. Don't talk to the police.
Okay. I can't talk to you anymore. Give me a kiss.
No, get away. Grab my pepper spray.
Ah!
We're gonna pull up on this guy.
I love your flesh-colored underwear.
That would not be the right thing to say to someone.
And what are you doing over here?
Kicking your ass. I told you I would protect him.
Hey, what's going on over here? Hey, get down. Everyone get down.
Get down on the floor, inmate.
Yeah, but I can't get back up.
Donald.
All right, well, what did we learn here?
You gotta find someone to protect you, right?
I was gonna say we wasted a lot of money on action figures.